Today is part 2 for Mortal Kombat Fight, the card game. I've already done the pre-launch page, so here is the live campaign, and there is a lot of stuff really interesting to say. It's really detailed, it's really effective, and it's working, so let's have a look right now. So, here is the live campaign. It's already 10 days to go, so most of the campaign is already done and spent. So I will just scroll down quickly on the campaign just for you to see like the look and feel of the campaign. It's really graphic, as I said in the pre-launch page analysis. It really look like their other campaigns. It's the same kind of product, so it's really easy for them to have some sort of template and do the same Kickstarters all the time. It's proven to work because it's their 22nd campaign. They are used to that, so it's pretty effective, and they know how to do it. So they are at the moment at 214,000, so that's really great, over a goal of 75,000. So good performance over here. We still have like the video which present everything. It's super classic videos. This campaign is mostly for their already existing database of customers that are playing card games. So they have already like a good backer pool. So let's start from top to bottom of the campaign. It's really easy to understand, and it's really clear, so it's a really good campaign just to have an example of a campaign. So first, the story. It's really like super simple. You have like a little GIF showing a little bit what you have to do, like fight. It's super straightforward. Build your deck, play combos, finish your opponent, flawless victory. Super easy. And they have some sort of short version of how to of how it works. So it's really great that way. In a simple glance, people can understand what's going on and be seduced by the speech. So they are telling that it's the new version of their Cerberus engine. So, but it's a bit modified. It's really something new, it's really working. So it's basically like a sales pitch, kind of. It worked really well, and they also put here in red like Kickstarter exclusive stretch goal, so they are kind of incentive people to back. It's what they want, so it's the aim of the campaign. So everything is really wording, Mortal Kombat wording, I would say. So super efficient. You can see really quickly what you will have without scrolling down the page, so that's really great. The game, they are showing a little bit what's inside. You have the box content, you have to choose between one of the two, and they are showing some example of a card, the game card, so that's it's pretty great. So that way you can be more and more interesting inside. There are some gifts, which is cool, just to add a little bit of motion and like attractiveness, I would say. And there they are explaining the engine of the game. So pretty quick, but it's the main features and of the game. So it's pretty great, and it's well it's well explained. It's visual, so it's not bad at all, really. So standard like overlay of the of when you are playing. So as a combat game, you have always the choose your fighter, so they're also playing with that. So you can see like the fighters, how many you can have, and there are more, of course. How to play overview, so like a little how to. So that's cool. You add the point to cast some spells, some characters, and a combo and whatever. That's really effective. They are just telling how it works, and it's fairly easy to understand. They are introducing the famous fatalities. So they explain a little bit what it is and how to use them. And after, it's mainly all the expansion, add-ons, stretch goals, and all the little items they will try to sell you. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. They introduce the campaign, the game, a little bit the gameplay, and the little design cards and stuff. So pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Remember that this campaign is mainly for their actual customer database, so they already know the company, they know obviously the game. So now they will, it's the part where they will try to sell expansion and stuff. I mean this part of the page. So they are telling that there are like an expansion, the brutality expansion, with standard cards and the combatant card. They're it's just like add-ons for your game, which is it's great. There are expansion. I think there is 3 expansion for the game. So you have other combatant. So you don't have anything with just the main game. So you can have expansion just to get more more cards, more characters to play with. Now it's like acrylic standees. They are also selling packs to have those little characters, to add a little bit more life through the gameplay. So that's cool. They are selling 5 different packs. So that's good, and it's also a good idea for them to sell, to get more money by having people buying more packs just to have those little stands. And it's acrylic stands, so it's fairly cheap, so it's a good way for them to make a lot of money. Playmats, so you have 4 different playmats plus the standard one. So it's also add-ons. Everything is add-ons there. So there are, it's well displayed, it's well explained. Not a lot of text, but enough to understand what they are and when you can have them. Card sleeve, which is the sleeve to protect the cards, and the fan will vote to choose between designs. So I will show you after in the updates. They have done a lot of updates, and people can vote for different type of design for the sleeves. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. So there they are making a little bit of promotion for their other games. So that's, you can do that, especially when they've created 22 projects here. So maybe you are interested into some project that went on Kickstarter with them, just to get, all your collection, to get, your collection up to date. I don't know. So, and now it's just like the pledge tiers, really well detailed, simple, super easy to understand, and this is a great example as pledge tiers. So the first one, $60, and it's only like one of the 2. After you have the 3 expansion, and it just add up. You have like all the playmats, and after all the playmat plus the stands plus the famous sleeves, and after it's just a retailer pack. So for any shops and specialty shop, they have a retailer pack, which is great. And after there are like just tons of add-ons, so you can basically add anything else, in as a single add-on. So it's also great, for them to make extra money with everything. So it's well thought, and you can see they are used to that. There is not that much rewards. There is a fairly good amount of add-ons. I will show you the rewards just after, but it's really super tidy. So, and it's really great. And there are things like all tiers are also available as add-on. So it's really super effective. Stretch goals, super simple to understand, and it's a really good example. They have 2 colors: green for unlocked, red for locked ones. So they are explaining what they are. So that's super straightforward. They're like one Kickstarter combatant card, and what's good, it's Kickstarter exclusive. So if you don't want to miss this opportunity, you are kind of forced to back. So, but it's well explained. It's really super easy to understand what they are. So they're adding foil to the boxes, for example, and after just like more cards every 10,000. So that's really interesting to build up, the pledges and the money from the backer. So that's really cool, really cool. It's always adding more cards, and what's great, it doesn't cost a lot of money to do that, because when the Kickstarter is done, they just have to have the design, but everything is already designed, and just ask the supplier to just produce more cards. So that's super easy, and cards are not super expensive to produce, so it's really a good way to bump the overall money they will get. And after all it's all the locked stretch goals. So really super straightforward to understand. You just don't know who they are, but which one they are. But super straightforward. So that's really great. Shipping, nothing to say. It's really great to have them listed. No surprise. So that's really cool. And the timeline, which is always a plus to know what's going on. Like, so April, Kickstarter ends, so like in 10 days. There is the pledge manager opens, and after you have all the steps. So that's really great. To really make anything really clear, and where you will have your stuff. So December, game arrive for fulfillment, and January you should have your stuff. So that's pretty cool. Connect with us. It's really standard, but it's you should put your social media and your website and everything at some point in the campaign, just to have more followers and just have more fans. Risk and challenge, super easy and simple for them, because they run so much campaign that there is not a lot of risk, but you always have to write something here. So that's it. We'll go quickly for the rewards, because they are super simple, and I have kind of calculated all the tiers, so just for you to have an idea of the money they got per tier. So as you can see, the tiers are really simple. There is like only 6 of them, rewards, sorry. And for each reward, you can add, a lot of add-ons. So, everything can be added as add-on. So that's clever, because they can, they offer the opportunity to the people to put whatever they want. So if you want the standard one with just the stands, for example, you can choose the stands. You can also just buy a mat, or whatever. So that's really cool. You can see that they are really used to that. So that's great for them. So I've calculated quickly. They are at $200,000, a little bit more. So just for you to know, the round one, this one, so they have made $4,800. The get over here, which got the most, so it's 50,625. The finish him, it's 1965. The flawless victory, it's a good amount. It's 76,260, and we have the retailer, which is not that much. They haven't sold that much for the retailer. So that, and for the other one, the retailer too, it's a bit more. So that's really interesting to see that they have made really most of their money with just only 2-1. Get over here, as you can see, it's one of the box plus all the extension, and the Flores Victor is just like everything. So all the mats, all the sleeves, all the extension and the stands, really simple, and they have made like a lot of money with that. So that's great. That's really great. And now quickly the FAQ. It's an FAQ, so that's really tidy, and that's pretty great. And they have added a few questions I think that people are asking a lot, so that's great. You should do that. The most asked question should be there, answer there. And now one of the most important stuff for this campaign is the updates. There is 18 updates. So what they have done is for each day of the campaign they are making an update. So that's really interesting because you are not obliged to do an update every day. If you have enough stuff to say, that's you can do it. It's a lot of work to prepare that, but I think they have already prepared that beforehand, so that's why it's so much update. So that's really interesting. What's interesting is they are both giving information about the game creation, and they are also making people participating to some sort of tournament, plus voting for the design of some sleeves, plus they are trying to get people participating to a lot of things. So that's really interesting, really, really cool. So there is a tournament happening inside of the the updates. So we have here, well, we have at some point, but people through the campaign can vote for the tournament. So at the moment they have, for the update number 10, they have already voted for all those fights. And at the end of the campaign, there will be like a grand final with the winner. So that's really interesting. There are also videos. There are more videos about like the design, but also I will show you there are some live gameplay where they're explaining what they, how to play the game. So that's really cool. There, for example, and they're explaining, how you are playing the game, and that's really cool because they are entertaining the information, and they are also telling people how it works and how cool it is. So as you can see here, the tournament is going a bit more, full. So we have the first combatant here in that pool, so that's really nice. And, you can vote with a link each day. They have those opponents, so it's Yukong and Kitana. So now they are voting on this pair of fighters. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to vote, you just have to click there and to say that, okay, I'm more like Yukong or Kitana, and that's it. So that's pretty cool. And I will, so as I said, there are also making people vote for the back of the sleeve for protecting all the cards. So that's pretty cool. The same, you have a Google form just to vote, and you have to choose on one of the 3 sleeves. So that's pretty cool. I really like the fact that they are trying to make people involved inside of the campaign. So that's pretty nice. It's really effective, and I think people like it. So I will open this one, which is the final sleeve that people have voted for. So that's pretty cool. Also, you can see like they are also announcing all the stretch goals that are unlocked. So that's really cool because they have unlocked $210,000. So that's really cool. And still the tournament, which is now between Kitana, and we will see which one between Reptile or Scorpion win. So that's really funny how they are doing the campaign. Really interesting, and it's a really good thing. So you can see like how they are behaving with the people. So as you can see here, we are at the end, and it will be Kitana versus Scorpion for the grand finale. As I said, there are some designer diaries, so that's pretty interesting. They are explaining all the choices they have to make the cards game, like the rules and everything. That's pretty interesting to read, and I think it's really cool for fans and people that really like card games, just to have like some behind the scene. So that's really nice to do, and there are a lot of details, so that's really cool. That's really interesting to read. So the updates are really like one of the strengths of the campaign, because they are really communicating a lot. So that's really cool, really cool. And the comment, it's just like comments and with everything, and they are like answering a lot. So it's really live, and it works really great. This is a good example of a nicely done campaign. They are used to it, so they have some sort of template to do them. So that's pretty great. So that's it. As you have seen, it's a pretty interesting campaign, really detailed, really graphic. There are a lot of updates, and I think it's one of the strengths and things to remember from that campaign is, if you can make update every day. You can give as much information as you can about the game, the project, the behind the scene, and also like if you want to gamify your campaign, you can ask people to vote for stuff. So they made their backer to vote for the sleeves, to vote for like the tournament. So it's really interesting to see how, even if it's not like a video game per se, it's a campaign, but they are still trying to gamify the campaign, which is really interesting. So it's something you have to understand and to remember, that making people having fun and not hiding stuff. So the more you can share, that's great. So if you like this video, I have made the pre-launch campaign analysis of Mortal Kombat. I have other videos about live campaign and pre-launch page, so please have a look to them if you are interested with that topic. And if you need some help, I have also a website which is crowdfunding.ninja. I have a form there, so if you need help, send me a message and I will help you as much as I can to avoid any mistake that people are usually doing, and also optimizing your campaign and pre-launch page. So have a look to my website, and I will see you next week, because I'm doing a video a week. So have a good one, and see you next week.